very kindly been joined by Jake Gallagher after the pre-season workout at Hampton and Richmond. Not the best of results today, but a lot more other things to look for pre-season, Jake, so we'll pick our way through that. First and foremost, I've just been dying to ask you, what's it like for a month or so to be the only player at a football club?
Oh well, it was tough, like being part of a club that didn't have any players. Like watching it, and it was like it went on and on and on. And then one player signed after about 2 weeks. It took ages, and it was just like then they all started coming in. But now seeing the players coming in, the stand of the player was really good. So I was getting more and more excited as it went on the break, and then finally it got there where we started pre-season, and pre-season's been good. It obviously hasn't gone the way in games we wanted, but training's been very good, so we take that as a positive. But you need to do it on the pitch in the game, so we're working on it. Today was unacceptable, last week was unacceptable. Things to work on, but I'm sure we'll get down to it next week and hopefully be better next weekend.
And just coming back to that situation with being the only one for a little while, it's got to be a bit of a strange situation. What I would like today, just to flip that round, is Aldershot Town fans, and I'm one of them, we're very, very happy that you made a commitment to stay at Aldershot, and having turned things around last season yourself, it was great for us to see that you were more than happy to say, yeah, I like this club, I like being part of this club, and I want to stay.
Yeah, no, that's what. When I signed my first contract, I wanted to have an extension there, which the club put in there. So as soon as it finished, they got together. They said they wanted me for next season, and I was more than happy to stay. It's local to me. It's a good club. It's a big club that wants to move forward. Gary come in as manager as well, and I heard great things about him, and I wanted to work with him. So yeah, it was a no-brainer for me.
And of course, ultimately, three other players from last season have stayed as well. And then it can't be easy, can it? Trying to build something in such a short time. It's you're coming up against Gosport and Hampton and Richmond sides that have tweaked and built and added, but they're going to be ahead of us, aren't they, in the preparation for sure?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the teams we have played, like you said, they've added additions to their squad, but they haven't changed it completely like us. We're like the other way around. We've kept 3 or 4 and then had 13 new players come in, so it's always going to be difficult the first few weeks. To be fair, if we're trained the way we play, we'll be fine. But that's not the case. And we've come together quickly, and we'll keep coming together. I know it's not far away now, the season. It's coming up quickly, but we'll work quickly. I'm sure Gaffer and James will be working with us, got some ideas for us to work on next week, and hopefully we'll get us together. And like I said before, put in a good performance on Saturday and push on.
Gary made reference in his pre-match interview to the fact that he deliberately worked the playing squad very, very hard this week, again with double sessions, and to some extent there's an element of wanting to see, I guess, how everybody then stood up to a match on the back of that. And whilst there's logic to that for sure, that must be quite tough as a player. I mean, how did the legs feel?
No, it's tough. But that's what pre-season's for. You've got to train hard, and you're going to go, even in the season, you're not going to be fresh every game. You're going to be going into games in December where you're going to be leggy and you're going to have a knock. So this gets you ready for it. And I know it hasn't been great so far, but we will keep working on it. The boys are great, and we will push on. I know we will.
And of the new lads, I'll make this the last question because I'm sure Gary wants to do his interview and get done. Of the new lads coming in, many that you know at all over the years?
I've known a couple. I've played against a few. Obviously Bella's from Dover, and Wren's from Woking, and Will from Eastleigh, and there's a few others as well. We all knew of each other. None I knew personally, but we kept the 3 or 4 we kept from last season were positive signings, and the ones we brought in have been positive as well. I know we haven't quite shown it, but I'm sure it will come.
Could you have a word with Bernard Mensah, because we put a little photo kit picture of all the players so far, and apparently every single one of you've got facial hair, but none for Bernard. Could you have a word?
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks for joining us, Jake. Have a good next week. We'll look forward to seeing you against MK Dons next Saturday.
Cool, thank you.
Cheers, Jake.